A train that still runs but leaves its passengers behind? Welcome to one of Britain's strangest rail decisions yet. The early morning 7 a.m. service from Manchester to London, once hailed as the crown jewel of intercity travel, will continue to race down the tracks Despite scrapping the route for passengers, the regulator still requires the same train and crew to make the journey daily, because they need to operate later services out of Euston under December's updated timetable. So, for at least 5 months, taxpayers will be funding hundreds of high-speed ghost trains racing between two of England's busiest cities. Rail insiders are furious, calling the decision wasteful and absurd. Industry observers warn that this odd situation could persist until May before the next timetable change comes into effect. The now empty Express used to be a top choice for northern business travelers, leaving Manchester at 7 a.m. sharp and pulling into London just in time for 9 a.m. meetings, an invaluable window for commuters and a lucrative one for Avanti. A one-way ticket cost as much as £193, climbing to almost £300 in first class. Tony Miles, a veteran rail journalist, summed up the public frustration perfectly. It'll be there on the platform. People will see it, touch it, watch it leave, but they won't be allowed to board, and the taxpayer will be footing the bill every weekday. The once celebrated service launched back in 2008 under Virgin Trains, connecting the north and south at record speed. After pandemic-era cuts and Avanti's operational struggles, it finally returned to the schedule in 2024. Its biggest selling point? The ability to reach London from Manchester in just 1 hour and 59 minutes, cementing its status as a symbol of efficient, modern rail travel. Both Network Rail and Avanti had pleaded with the regulator to keep the train running for passengers, insisting that since the slot would be used regardless, opening it to travelers made perfect sense. It's precisely the kind of service business users depend on, one senior industry figure noted. If we ever needed proof that the railways need unified oversight, this would be it. The ORR, however, defended its position. It said the removal was necessary to protect performance levels under the new 15th December timetable, which introduces new open access routes, such as First Group's Lumo service to Scotland. The regulator argued that keeping this Manchester-London train would occupy a crucial firebreak path, a designed gap in the schedule that allows the network to recover from delays. Running the train empty, they added, gives operators flexibility to delay or reroute it when needed. Avanti, still reeling from the decision, admitted disappointment. A spokesperson explained that ORR's ruling not only blocks 4 weekday services, including the flagship 7 a.m. train, but also forces changes to the company's weekend routes. This will clearly affect customers who rely on these links, the spokesperson said. Under the new schedule, the fastest journey between Manchester and London will stretch to around 2 hours and 15 minutes. Anyone aiming to be in London by 9 a.m. will have to catch an even earlier 6:29 a.m. train. A frustrating blow for northern professionals who had come to depend on that quick, non-stop service. Northern business leaders have been vocal in their criticism. Henry Mearson, chief executive of the Northern Powerhouse Partnership, accused the ORR of denying business people in Manchester access to London on a vital peak time route, arguing that the decision undermines both passenger convenience and the financial stability of Great British Railways. Taxpayers will end up covering the cost, he warned, all in the name of competition. So, what's the bigger picture here? Are regulators really protecting long-term network efficiency, or has this become an example of bureaucracy strangling common sense? And should taxpayers be footing the bill for hundreds of empty journeys in the name of scheduling? Share your thoughts. Do you see this as a necessary step for reliability, or a symbol of how disconnected the rail system has become?